Colts, couple of days until game number 2 and a chance to go 2-0. And if you go 2-0, you got a hell of a chance to make the playoffs. The numbers tell us that over the years, right? When teams go 2-0, they got a shot. So hopefully the Colts can get that done, get 2 games in their pocket at home against AFC opponents. That would be big for the Indianapolis Colts. A couple of pieces of bad news for the Colts today from an injury perspective. Mooney Ward, Jalen Jones, they're going to be down on Sunday, and that means that cornerback group has got to step up, and the depth at cornerback has got to step up. We'll see how that works with Blackman, and Blackman coming in, Mekhi Blackman, and see how things work for him as a part of that defense. Last week, you saw 5 catches against either Ward or against Howard for a total of 27 yards. You want to know why that pass rush was able to confound Tua a little bit. A lot of it had to do with the corners. Football, position groups are so interrelated. If you've got a secondary playing well, you're going to have a pass rush that plays well because the secondary is going to keep guys from getting open early in their routes, and vice versa. If you've got a pass rush that gets home and puts pressure on a quarterback and puts him in a high leverage situation where he's got to make a quick decision before he's ready, then you've got a really good shot at getting some balls. If you're a secondary member, if you're a cornerback, you're going to get a pick. If you're a safety, you're going to get a pick. If you're a defensive end like Latu, you're going to get a pick. Here's Shane Steichen talking about the game, talking about the injury situation, talking about going up against Sean Payton and what he's learned from Sean Payton over the years.
Yeah, Blackman, Edwards, both those guys got to step up, yeah.
What made your impression? I think actually when he made the roster with Jonathan Edwards, just your impression of
I've been really pleased with him. Obviously an undrafted free agent. Anytime you're an undrafted free agent and you make the football team, make the 53-man roster, I think it says a lot. And he was our guy this year that made it. He works his tail off. He's a competitor. He's tough. He's physical. I mean, he battled through some things during training camp, getting dinged up, and was still out there competing. So love the toughness about him. Love his physicality.
Oh, kind of a topic last week, like X facing his old team. When those things pop up on the schedule, like a former player against another team, do you think that stuff like carries weight? Do you think that is a big deal?
Probably for that player, I would imagine so. Anytime you're going up against your former team, I think it does add a little more for that player. I can't speak for him, but I think most players probably feel that way.
What about like intel internally?
Yeah, I think that's huge. That's big. Anytime, someone's on another team that's been somewhere else, yeah, that's so big.
Do you worry at all that Sam Allinger is on the Broncos, or is he too nice of a guy to do that?
Yeah, I love Sam. I think Sam wouldn't tell him our secrets.
In your experience in your career, how long does it take for you to get comfortable with like a new kicker? Like Spencer was 7 for 7 on all his kicks Sunday, but like he's still young. So in your experience, how long does it take for you to really start relying on guys like that?
Well, you got to rely on him right off the jump, and obviously he proved it on Sunday. But you got to continue to prove it every week in this league. And I'm really pleased with Spence and what he did. But like I said, we got to continue to do it, and we go from there. But really like where he's at in his mindset.
How's Anthony doing in his role?
He's doing good. He's been real good throughout the week, preparing the right way, still developing the fundamentals, technique on the practice field, getting those reps on the scout team. Continue to lock in. Like I said, he's one play away. So.
From one offensive mind, just watching another, what sticks out to you about Sean?
I think he does a good job with his personnel groupings. He's very multiple in that way, trying to create mismatches. He does a lot of different things, movement stuff, drop back, play action. He's got it all, the zone read stuff. He's been doing it at a high level for a long time and had a lot of success in this league. So a lot of respect there for him. And what he's been able to do. So it'd be a hell of a challenge for us on Sunday, but we're looking forward to the challenge.
What goes into the decision to take the ball, start the game? I think we actually in the past, but what do you wake up, I don't know, today and like take
Sometimes, yeah, feel. A little bit of it's feel going into the game. Obviously with the new kickoff rule, and obviously always teams are returning, but I don't know what their starting drive position was last week, but it's probably around the 33-yard line, I would imagine, somewhere in there. But an opportunity if you take the ball to try and go get points right away. And obviously if you defer and you're going to go play D, you do that. So a little bit, just feel going into the week.
Was that intentional with Daniel last week, just knowing his first start at home, confident in him?
Yeah, I think I decided that on Saturday. I was like, let's take the ball. We win the toss and let's go score and get a lead. That was just kind of the mindset.
It's like the old adage was defer, and like the new you think the new kickoff rule will have more teams taking it?
I don't know. I really don't. We'll see how it plays out this year. I don't know the numbers, what it was last week, who won the toss and stuff. But there always is, the deferring chance to get a chance to double dip if you score right before the end of half and get the ball back again. So there's still that element to it. I think that's big. But yeah, we'll see how it all plays out this year.
How careful do you have to be more? I mean, every injury, but a hamstring in particular, like for Latu, just knowing that you feel good one day and maybe one day you can't.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it depends on the player, how he's feeling. Obviously, relying on the trainers and the doctors, going through stuff, workouts, practice, those things, and just trusting that process with those things, because obviously those things can linger a little bit. We just got to make sure they're good to go.
Do you guys automatically image hamstring stuff?
Do we what?
Image
go get
yeah.
What did you know? Obviously, you're in the same division with him, but what did you know about Daniel off the field before he got here?
I think just hearing from other people and stuff, just the way he worked, the way his brain saw the game, talking to different people, going through the process, before we signed him. Like I said, it came down to the work ethic, the way he sees the game. Obviously, the completion percentage was huge, and he's had success. And a lot of people had great things to say about him. I didn't hear one negative thing, and he's proven it since he's been here since day one. So, excited for him.
Obviously, you guys had Phillip, but did you talk with him at all during the draft process? No idea where you were at Chargers-wise, but did you talk with Daniel at all when you came out of Duke?
We did. We went and worked him out at Duke, and he was phenomenal in that process too.
Really interesting question about Sam Ehlinger being a member of the Denver Broncos and the level at which the Broncos will go to Sam and try to figure out exactly what Steichen will do offensively, what he likes to do, what are his predilections offensively, attacking a defense like the Broncos. That's going to be a big thing this week, as it's going to be for the Colts. They got some former Broncos on this team who are going to do exactly the same thing on Steichen's behalf and against Sean Payton.